more. So I think we should start with the McJuggernuggets Quitting YouTube. What do you think about this, man?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that he dropped in a series of tweets explaining how YouTube has changed so much to where it's not in his favor as a creator. I think other creators such as Raka Raka could easily get behind that and back it up too. So in a series of tweets, he's proven without a shadow of a doubt that what most people would call a conspiracy of how YouTube treats certain creators, it's correct how he's being treated. And all the work he's putting in, he's shown that his new home, so to speak, is Storyfire or Fire Story. I'm right now having a brain fart. Which
it's Storyfire.
Storyfire.
Yes. So he's proven that 30,000 views on that channel or website, he's nabbed about $300 or $400 versus when he gets about 1 million views or like 300,000 views on YouTube, he maybe makes like 100. It was something ridiculous to the point where he's getting a fraction of the love on this channel, his new site, and getting paid like triple, if not quad more. All the equipment, we got to face it. When they put on that entertainment that we all take for granted, especially us as reactors.
Yeah.
Obviously, we're very honored and humbled that they let us react to their work. Okay, because we get permission. Us personally, we don't just take random people's shit. But my point is it comes out of their pocket just to set up everything that we digest, right? So in the end, he was losing money making videos on this site versus now he's respectfully getting paid for that hard work and all that just brain power put into what he delivers as entertainment.
Absolutely. So, in a way, I can totally understand his decision to leave because I'm getting so much love from here, but if I'm only getting paid a small amount, while in the other place I'm getting paid more for actually acknowledging the hard work I'm doing and actually rewarding me for it, then why bother stay where I am, where I'm pretty much making minimum wage, essentially. So, in a way, I can totally understand his decision. I don't blame him for it. It's only a matter of time till other big YouTubers like himself is gonna follow by example, and he's gonna move to other platforms. And I don't know what that. Yeah, go ahead. What?
The funny part is YouTube now has gotten so big they don't need us creators anymore. They used us creators to build their empire. Now what they're doing is, I don't know if you noticed, but YouTube TV, you subscribe and it's like having your Charter cable, right?
Yeah.
Spectrum. It's like they're so big now, they see us as liabilities because we're not regulated by the FCC, right? Like they don't have to worry about like if Fox jumps on their channel, they know that they're going to comply with all the legal, blah blah. They don't have to worry about getting sued versus someone like us. There could be some stupid loophole and you didn't show a screenshot, you know what I mean? Like that's true. And YouTube has gotten to that point where they're so big, they don't need us anymore. And they're just kicking all the people that made them. It's kind of sad watching this happen in real time, right? We're living through the golden age. And now this is kind of almost like, I don't want to compare a continent to this, but I almost see YouTube almost like Venezuela. Like you see it go from one of the most beautiful countries to like the most countries where it's almost seeming like that's kind of how I feel it's playing out. I could be maybe just.
I was gonna say like it's almost like the Great Depression. Like we were doing good, and then we're at such a low.
Well, Venezuela is not a greatly depressing place to be, I guess, for lack of better words.
That's putting it lightly.
There's people at this point eating their own animals to survive because they don't have food there. Like Venezuela is. I don't want to get too depressing, but yeah, it's bad. So I digress.
Yeah, I know it's bad, but it's something my father watches on a daily basis. I'm like, watch a different fucking news. Like, I'm tired of hearing about Venezuela. It's not getting better. And now I barely speak Spanish, but I just know that crisis in Venezuela. I'm like, oh my god. Like, I don't like. Change the channel. Like, watch something political.
He cares, but it's depressing.
I guess
it's like a train wreck. It's
yeah.
If you know two trains are gonna crash, it's like you don't want to look, but you can't help but look, and
Yeah.
it's that sad like analogy.
It is. That's true. Like, it's the same thing with me. Like, if I see something depressing or something that's could raise my blood pressure, I don't want to look at it, but I kind of have to because I need to know what's happening. It's just, I guess, it's just that, yeah. But again, like, you know, with McJuggernuggets, like, because I've watched him for a long ass time. I was a pretty big fan of his Psycho Dad skits, and them shits were crazy as fuck. Some of them were really funny. Some of them I kind of took seriously because it was just like. I can't imagine a father to be that horrible. I'm sure there are out there, but I just can't imagine myself in that situation. I would pretty much act like what he did in that final video where he shot his father. For those who didn't see that video,
He flees the country. I did a reaction to that. That was beautiful, though.
I saw it. Yeah, I saw that. I was just like,
way back in 2016, I always thought they were real until at the end I realized it was fake.
I knew it was fake from my nephew. Like I say, he got me into it. I watched. I'm like, this is fake. He's like, no, it's not. It's real. I'm like, bro, if it was real, no one's dad in their right mind would let their kid upload that shit. They would take the computer away. They'd be like, you're not uploading our dysfunctional shit online. Like,
yeah.
Even with angry grandpa, like that's my personal like perception. Like, there's no way I would let my kid upload that because he's running around with the camera like, hey dad, blah 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 blah.
and there's no way that
the PlayStation runs it with a steamroller. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, okay. Exactly.
At that point, I'm like, no, it's fake. It's like wrestling fake level. Like I'm sorry. Like some people to this day are like, wrestling is real. Now, you know,
no, it's not. It's scripted.
I know, but I remember like growing up as a kid, a lot of people thought wrestling was real. Like I thought it because I was like a kid, but I got to a certain age and I'm like, this is just it's entertainment. So I digress though.
No, I was gonna say I've always known it was fake from the beginning because especially after that pretty much last game where he shot his father, I'm like who in the right mind would film a murder and then post it on YouTube and then not get fucking arrested and then not be on the news like a few hours later? There's no fucking way. So I obviously knew it was fake from the beginning, but it was still entertaining as fuck. Like I don't care if it wasn't real. The point it was entertaining. One of my favorite skits was when he just flipped the fuck out that his brother painted his car pink. The way he was raging was the funniest shit I've seen. I'm just like, what the fuck? I'm like.
It was beautiful. I shed a tear when he fled the country. That was the episode where he popped his dad and that song and everything, and like it was perfect, just how it was edited and put together. I was just like, I never reacted to it really on my channel. You know, I just watched it with my nephew. That was just kind of like what we did. So it's like I didn't ever react to it because I would watch it, and then if I reacted to it, it'd be a fake. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it wouldn't be a real reaction because it's like I already saw it. I don't want to sit there and act like I didn't see it type of reaction. So that's why I always skipped on it. I was watching with my nephew. So
yeah. But bottom line, I think he's a great creator, and you know, the fact that he's leaving YouTube, like at least he's not abandoning his work. At least he's gonna be able to somewhere that we'll still be able to watch it, he'll be able to enjoy it, but he'll still be able to make profit from it because he's a huge YouTuber. This is what he does for a living. And it's just like YouTube is not pretty much giving the goods. Like they're not paying him enough. So I could totally understand why he's leaving. But
they're giving all the money to mainstream media. Did you see that?
I did actually.
Like CNN like $50 million to help their YouTube channel. What the? What? Like none of us got any money to do our YouTube channel. Like why do they even need money? And you know the most like sad part of this is these mainstream people are turning around and throwing YouTube under the bus. Remember, like, oh well, YouTube don't care about gay people. YouTube don't care about black gay. YouTube don't care about men.
You said I care about black heads.
I'm serious. Like I'm serious, man. Like that's literally what. Look at the articles. Like they're throwing YouTube under the bus every chance they get, saying YouTube don't care about this community. Like they are. They are treacherous. I wouldn't give a dime to these people. You're literally giving money to the KKK at this point because they're gonna sit there and say something bad about you anyways.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, I'm sorry. Like, you know, it's like they don't like. You know, it's like they're out there just to slander you and talk shit about you. Why would you try to kiss their ass and give them money? Like they're getting bullied by them, and
the people they're paying.
So sad. Yeah, exactly. I would never give $50 million to the K's.
Yeah, fuck that. No, fuck them. And
you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, exactly. It's bass ass words. You know what I mean? It's just it's very backwards. Like that's the best way I can describe it. Like I don't think they realize what they're doing, and they try to make themselves sound smart. Be like, oh, this is exactly what we're doing. No, it's like they really don't know what they're doing at all because we can see it. Like we're not ignorant. We can see it. That they don't want to admit it. You know, it's like obviously you need to hear it from the horse's mouth for people to really get it, and they're just not the type of people to talk. At least I don't think so. But yeah.
No, exactly.
Yeah.
So anyways, I hope you guys are having a good time with us. Please hit that like button, share it real quick on Twitter. Maybe we can pull some more cats up in here. Speaking of cats, Kitten, we haven't heard from her. She was going to show up today. She joined us for last night's episode. Maybe I scared her away. Whatever. It happens.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe not. I don't know.
For those who's
reacting
to McJuggernuggets, yeah, it'll be on YouTube. But if it's like, if he uploads exclusively to Storyfire, you cannot react to it because Jesse does not want reactors to put on YouTube. It's only stay exclusively to Storyfire. I know a lot of people re-upload to Storyfire, which is bad. Yeah, Jesse does not like that, which I respect that.
Jesse's okay with reactions, though.
Well, but not exclusively.
Well, it's just YouTube. It's YouTube. It's gonna be like YouTube though.
You're saying going forward, he said he doesn't want reactions on here.
I mean, if the video goes exclusively to Storyfire, that means he doesn't want people react to Storyfire on YouTube.
Maybe not, but probably. I see what you're saying.
Oh,
no,
yeah.
I can totally see it because YouTube is like, if you're going to take us down, then we don't want your content up here, and people post it on here, they're going to take it down the first chance they get. So it makes sense, and I can see Jesse taking trying to move a step ahead of that, be like, hey, or maybe do it to another platform, or maybe like do one of those things where we react to anime, put a review on it, and then have a link to the description to a different website so you can see people react to it, or something similar to that regard. So people are still watching you react to them. It's just there's always ways to work around that, and I think that's one of the ways. But we have we don't know what the future holds at this point, so we'll just have to wait and see what Jesse thinks about this. But yeah.
Speaking of Jesse, it's actually Jesse's birthday today.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
How old is he? How old is he?
Third McJuggernuggets happy birthday.
I think he's my age. I think.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think he's my age. Yeah.
Right. Do you see that his mouth didn't even move, and he said all that shit real quick? That was weird. Maybe it's just me. I don't know.
Well, my mouth wasn't moving. Is that what you mean?
Never mind.
Was the lagging session? Okay. Oh, you're trying to make a joke. I don't get it.
The only thing that's good about Jesse is I'm glad, even if it's exclusively Storyfire, I will still watch him.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah.
So it's not like he's quitting YouTube. He's not quitting his job. Like, it's not going to be the very last time we'll see him. So don't assume that, people. Just because he's in YouTube, no, just move to another platform. You'll still be able to get your McJuggernuggets filled. So don't worry about that.
And for those of you wondering, it's storyfire.com. So go ahead and go over there real quick. Start following him. He's making stuff there now. Obviously cross-platforming it, but starting 2020, it's going to be exclusively on there and on there only. Because if you really want to support your boy, so he actually can make a living and not be homeless for doing what he wants to do, that's where you're gonna have to find your boy. It's just he was pretty civil about his exit strategy. And he's like, I'm very honored what YouTube did for me to get me where I'm at. But to this point now, they're just not. They don't have my interest at all at heart. They just don't. And it is what it is. So I thought he was pretty professional how he explained it.
I agree. I think he's handling it probably the best. A lot of people the way they should handle it if they're going to potentially have the same situation, because he's not going to be the only one. People are going to follow by example from him.
I think Rucka needs to follow pursuit as well.
And hopefully he takes. Yeah. No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
You know what Rucka is, right?
No, I don't.
The one that dresses up always as Ronald McDonald and does all that crazy, violent, YouTube video. Okay, never mind. Yeah.
No, I'm trying to think. I'm like, maybe.
They did some Dragon Ball. They did some Naruto. He boxed the original KSI Logan Paul undercard. He was on there. One of the twins. They're twins, but they're from Australia. Very talented. Very high top 10 best YouTuber. And I think like someone like Brandon Rogers needs to also, you know what I mean? It's like a place where you actually could like go and actually be creative. Anthony Padilla as well from Smosh. That's like the web that Storyfire is going to be like the place they need to go. That's going to be the place where, you know, it's not all freaking teddy bears and gummy bears. You know what I mean? Like that type of noise. So
it's going to be their safe haven pretty much, because YouTube's pretty much a war zone at this point. It's like they pretty much like take your fucking best soldiers and, you know, regroup or some shit. Like, you know what I mean? It's a bad analogy, but yeah, I get what I'm trying to say. But yeah.
It's all good. It's all good. So yeah, moving on then, right, to the next topic. I think that we should probably do that. So yes, after that, we have some good news, everybody. Spider-Man back in the MCU!
Yay!
Yay!
I know Johnny is really excited for this one because obviously they can keep combining all the clashing and smashing that all these characters happen to get themselves into. So Sony finally and Disney have come to some type of agreement. Obviously, before they were asking for a lot, and one side said no, blah, 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 da, da, da. And now, finally, I don't know if they're doing it for the fans or they're doing it for their pockets. Probably a little bit of both, but, you know, at this point now, we're actually going to keep him back in the MCU, which, of course, the fans are going to be happy because that's, at the end of the day, that's what we want. And
I'm glad because we had too many complainers at Spider-Man movies. Especially
like the fact that people can just own a right to something on that level where they have so much leverage. Like, obviously, the biggest problem is all these original creators let their property go, and that's on them, right? Like, Stan Lee never should have sold Spider-Man to Marvel to begin with. He should have owned it. Like, it's his, you know what I mean? Because once you give it away, and if you don't sign anything where you have no say, they could turn around and take your character and make him a trans or whatever. I'm not like hating on trans. I'm just saying.
That's reality. That's what they can do.
Like, I'm just saying, like, they could just do whatever the hell you want with them. And it's like, well, no, I just want him to be a skinny little white boy that can fucking swing around with a web. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'd be like taking like Luke Cage from the Bronx. You know, the black guy. He's one of my favorite superheroes. I love him because he's from the hood. And it's like taking him and then randomly, like 20 years down the road, they reboot him as like a white guy from freaking Louisiana or some shit. You know what I mean? Just reboot him. This is like, no. I like Compton. I like his gold chain and the big ass afro, man. And he was just legit. Like, I don't want to change that noise. But that's when you give those rights away, you're throwing it away. And it's scary. So anyways, so he's back in the MCU, which means more collabing with all these superheroes. Really looking forward to that. What about you, Ivan? How do you feel about it?
Like I said, I'm not a big MCU. I never really watched any. I watched some of the movies. I watched Endgame. It's great. It's just these just aren't my type of movies because superheroes aren't really my kind of thing. But I just, you know, I pay some attention to it, but not to the point where I'm a massive fan of it that I'm willing to dress up and wait 5 hours online to watch a fucking movie. I'm not that dedicated, but no, I think it's awesome. You know, if the fans are happy they're coming back, then all power to them. You know, they deserve, you know, it's good that they're actually listening to their fans. That, you know, it's kind of like how, you know, people are listening to the fact that the new Sonic the Hedgehog movie, that song was fucking terrible, but now they're resigning it. So they're listening, which is great. And I'm glad they're actually listening to the fans. Yeah, exactly. But let's not get to that tangent. But basically, it's awesome that, you know, people are getting their boy back. So, you know, kudos to them. Me, I'm just like, I'm pretty neutral towards it. Like, okay, that's fine. You know, it didn't bother me if you didn't come back. If you did, okay, that's cool too. It's perfectly fine. Yeah. But all that matters is if you fans are excited as fuck, then I'm excited for you. I'm happy for you. And we'll just have to wait and see how it goes. But like Nidge said, you know, when it comes to stuff like this, you should just not give it away because there are people that can really ruin it. There are people that can really ruin it. And they've done that to many movies before. I can't one I think on the top of my head, but I know
Star Wars.
There we go. Thank you.
They didn't ruin just the movie. They took the whole franchise and just did a fucking barrel roll right into the freaking Twin Towers. Oh, that was bad. I should have said that. You get my point, though. That's bad. But you get my point. That's how bad it is, though. It's bad. Like, very bad. And I'm R.I.P., man. I was there, and I was in the Army at the time. That was scary shit. But it's like I put it on that level, like what some people can do, man. It's just terrible. It's terrible.
It's true. It is. But bottom line, I'm happy that the fans are happy that Spider-Man's back. I think he's cool. Like, it just wouldn't make sense if they didn't like keep him away forever. And the fact that they decided to bring him back as quickly after that, because you would think that this was something they would have to, deliberate and talk about for at least a year. Because they've done this before with some other type of shit. But this came fairly quickly, so I'm actually impressed. That like, okay, we're back. So he's back. So, but yeah, that's it's all good for me. Johnny, what you think on this? Because I know you're excited too.
Well, I didn't expect to be so soon. I didn't expect this to happen until I heard the news 2 days ago. I was happy that it's back, and then they're making a sequel. My prediction is it might be like multiple Spider-Man for Spider-Man 3 2021, but I can't say for sure it's real until it happens in 2021.
Yeah, I mean, we can only take animated Spider-Man for so long. Like, let's get the actual actor back. Like, give him a chance in the spotlight. But I'm pretty neutral towards it. Like I said, if you're happy, kudos.
Well, I heard the Venom movie was pretty cool, which I still need to see because I need to get off my ass.
I heard the Venom.
Speaking of that, they might make a sequel maybe next year, but
with
the
Carnage?
first movie. I think Courage, but the first Venom was pretty awesome. Yeah, I recommend just watch it. It's very gross, kind of dark.
I did see it actually, and I don't mean to cut you off. I did see it, and I was actually impressed. Like Venom actually, like how Venom look in real life, that's fucking terrifying. Like I think they did a good job with the makeup and the CGI, like how we'd actually look. Right. That's fucking terrifying. Like I think that
I actually like the Venom more than the 27 Spider-Man 3 movie. Like
it's way better.
Yeah, because he looks just like Spider-Man. Like the Venom, that's not the Venom I used to know.
Oh no, that's just a whiny white kid in a symbiote.
Are you talking about when Spider-Man got the symbiote? That was the original origin. The thing came from another planet, and he discovered it, and he tried to embrace it, and then it was changing his attitude. So then he got rid of it, and then it found Eddie Brock. That's pretty much how it really goes down, Johnny.
If there's one thing I do want to see, I want to see Carnage in the second Venom movie. Yes. It has to be. It's criminal if you don't include Carnage. They already include Cletus Cassidy, who's played by Woody, I believe, which kind of an odd casting choice in my opinion.
Cletus is Carnage, is he not?
Yeah, Cletus Cassidy. I'm talking about the actor, the actor of Cletus. I think his name was Woody something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like that was a weird choice to choose. I just don't see him as a crazy ass psychopath. I don't know why. That's just my opinion. It just felt out of place when I'm like, that's supposed to be Cletus. Cletus not supposed to be that old looking. It's supposed to be a lot more crazier. That's just my opinion. I hope they probably change that, but who knows? But I hope they see Carnage because that would be sick. I would like see them like either fight together or fight against each other. I can see that being probably one of the best Marvel movies out there if they do that.
That was a team up where Spider-Man and Venom have to team up to take out Carnage because Carnage is freaking savage. Like
Carnage is savage. He's more savage than Venom. I'm actually, believe it or not, I recently discovered that he was an anti-hero. I thought he was pure villain, Venom. I've always thought he was a pure villain. I thought when he had his own movie, I thought they were like, okay, did it just make him anti-hero or is this continuity to the actual comics?
Yeah.
But I didn't know he was pure, I didn't know he was anti-hero, so I didn't know that, so that was news to me. Again, guys, I don't really pay attention to this stuff, so sue me if I didn't know.
He started off as a villain, but then kind of became an anti-hero.
Yeah.
Because he was just driven on revenge. And he did do some pretty messed up stuff. Like, he would deliberately try to hurt Mary Jane, to lure Spider-Man out. And so, to me, I don't call that even an anti-hero either. I call him just... I
would say anti-hero.
I call him, chaotic neutral at most.
Yeah.
Because it's like, he can do either or, but at the end of the day, he does whatever benefits him. It's like, it's a hard way to explain it. So, it's like, I don't know.
It's kind of a weird comparison, but like Seto Kaiba from Yu-Gi-Oh, where he's all about himself, and the only reason he would help people if it benefits him. Yeah. You know what I mean? If it doesn't benefit him, he's just like, "Fuck you, I'm doing my own thing." And that's kind of how I see it with Venom. At least that's what I'm getting from the movie and all this other stuff. So
the movie made it kind of seem like he's more of just like a Wolverine type of character. They kind of made him more chill.
Yeah,
I thought that was because I said the commercial where the guy was like robbing the convenience store.
Yeah,
and he's like, "Don't ever come back here. You're gonna be a walking turd or some shit with no arms or something." He did, and then in the end, he ended up eating the guy anyways or some crap. You see that commercial over and over on your YouTube videos.
Yeah,
I was like, okay, normally, from what I remember, of course, this is old memory, like Venom wouldn't give a shit about that lady behind the cash register. You see what I'm saying? So they're trying to rebrand him as an anti-hero, which that's okay. But like originally speaking, I don't really remember him like that. I remember him as someone that got fired working at the same company, or like there were competitors, him and Peter Parker, for like photography or whatever, and he got fired. Eddie Brock. He always used to bully him, you know, Peter.
Yeah,
and
like
then,
he got.
And he held an eternal grudge over it. Like that was kind of like, but he was always a douche to Peter. Like he wasn't like an anti-hero. Now they kind of painted him out as like a. They painted him up to have some sympathy towards him as a character. Versus before, it was like, you were just a douche. Screw you. Like, that's my remembrance. I could be totally wrong, but.
I mean, that's kind of a weird way to become to be a huge villain of a superhero. Like that's not that's not really Spider-Man's fault. You just have the worst possible luck imaginable. You get like the guy shows you up inadvertently. I'm sure he didn't mean to do it on purpose, but he inadvertently shows you up. Your wife leaves you. Your father disowns you. You get fired. You have the worst possible luck in one fucking day. So I can understand naturally why you would get that way, but you know, the fact that becoming so more anti-hero ways, I think he's starting to see like, okay, it wasn't entirely Peter Parker's fault that my life became complete shit. You know what I mean? So I think that's kind of how it's kind of coming to be. I could be wrong. Like I said, I don't really pay attention to this stuff, but I mean, it's just kind of weird. Like, I understand his grudge because of all his misfortunes, but I think he's starting to see past it, but like, okay, maybe it wasn't his fault. But I still did some pretty raunchy shit to his girlfriend, so I'm not entirely forgiven for that shit, but yeah, so I just can't wait to see how like if they're gonna put Carnage in the next movie, are they gonna team up, or like there's so many ways they can go about it as long as it makes sense, like in continuity. Even if it's not in continuity, still make it make some degree of sense, make it logical. But
I think it's gonna be epic if they team up against Carnage, and I think that's gonna be. I mean, maybe they'll just call it Maximum Carnage, which is like that was like
Maximum Courage.
Yeah, exactly. That was a thing back in the day. Where Spider-Man and Venom had a team up to take out Carnage.
Apparently, Carnage is like
symbiote is insanely powerful in Carnage because the crazier you are, the more powerful the symbiote is. And Carnage is a psychopath, literally. Like, could you imagine if Joker got the symbiote? He'd be one of the strongest supervillains. Like, he's already strong now as a human, but if he got that power, or someone like Lobo,
it would have been a wrap. Oh, yeah. Lobo? Oh, yeah, that would have been a wrap.
Especially him. Like, it would make him even more, like, power. It would be ridiculous.
He could probably shitstorm Darkseid if Lobo got the symbiote. That would have been a wrap right there. That'd be kind of dope to see. But I was always thought, like, Carnage was actually stronger than Venom, just because, like you said, because Cleveland was already a crazy motherfucker. He was sent to jail for killing 11 people. Like, he killed his grandma. I think he killed his mom or some shit.
Or something.
Yeah, something like that. He killed his dog.
Yeah, it was like, damn, bro, that's cold. He even killed the hamster. Whatever the hell it was. It was a dog, in the microwave or something. Yeah.
Oh god, that's brutal as fuck. But now I can totally understand. Like, if the symbiote gets stronger because if one's personality, then yeah, he's definitely superior to Venom. So obviously they would have to team up naturally because Venom is just. I mean, he fucking defeated Deadpool in the comics, as far as I'm aware, or some other media. He defeated Deadpool. I think so. Like, that's what I remember seeing. I could be wrong. Don't come at my throat for someone who doesn't watch comics. That's what I vaguely remember seeing. But I think he defeated a lot of people. He's no bitch. So
is there a death battle for Venom versus Carnage?
There's a death battle for Carnage. Yes, he fought Lucy.
Yeah.
I had to check it out.
That was the first video I met Ivan. That's why he's a part of it. I love the fucking comment on his video right when the planes flew over. I don't want to ruin it for you, Johnny, but there was a move that looked like a huge explosion, but perfectly the planes went over Ivan's house. So that I left the comment like, they just carpet bombed. You know, I said, I did so perfect, and he thought it was funny as hell, and we've been talking since. So
it did. It was like when I saw that scene, like, you fucking jet to come at the worst possible moment.
He was
it actually came at the right. It actually came at the right moment. Yes. Now that I look back at it, I'm like, oh shit! Now I see what he's talking about.
It was like you called it an airstrike or something. Yeah. I said something like that. Like, I put a little bit of Call of Duty humor in there and whatever.
That was epic. I loved it. That was epic. But yeah, throw for the tangent, but yeah, I'm actually excited to see the new Venom movie. I want to see Carnage, and I want to see something badass. So we'll just have to wait and see. But this is one of the few MCU movies that I'm actually going to be curious about. So we'll have to wait and see.
Absolutely. Is there anything else left? If not, we're jumping to the FOUSEY versus Slim boxing match.
Johnny, you want to add any more?
I think that's about it.
Okay, that's about it. So let's talk about the boxing match. So kick it away, Nidge.
So FouseyTube, for those of you who don't know, he made it really big back when YouTube prank videos were a thing. Of course, they were fake, and a lot of people, again, thought they were real, but I kind of knew right away, again, I'm not trying to toot my horn, but he had the gold mine. He was one of the pioneers of it, and he got so much fame. Now that they kind of lost their juice, he's been struggling to keep his fame on YouTube, and he freaked out a while ago and hasn't uploaded forever. They just kind of popped out of the woodwork a few months ago. He showed up at the Logan Paul track and field, a charity thing, remember? Like, who can win the race or blah, 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 blah. And with that being said, he decided to fight this man named Slim Ali something. And it was a charity event, though, too. So all the money and everything, it's for the people in Yemen. For those of you that don't know, there's a huge situation there where there's a bunch of people now coming forward and trying to raise money. And from what I've seen, they're doing a really good job of it. I've watched every boxing match. I uploaded my reaction. I was going to actually show all my reaction to all the matches, but I decided, screw it. I'm just going to show FOUSEY and Slim. I doubt the people really want to see me watching two 8-year-olds box each other and commentary on it. It was impressive, to say the least. Some of these kids, and I don't want to say too much because I don't want to get a freaking train rid on me by the KSI squad, but to be fair, those little kids were doing pretty impressive with their technique and form versus cough other people. So with that being said, the match, a Shiza stomp, dude. Like, spoiler alert for all you that don't want to hear it. You can mute it for, go grab a snack or something and come back in about 5 minutes. So
yeah, so like we'll give you 5. So before he spoils it, like let's wait 5 seconds so that no one can hear it. Now,
Slim, knock that nigga out. No, I was kidding. No, Slim. Just kidding. But no, Slim destroyed FouseyTube. He did. Like, there was no doubt, no hell and way. It was so bad. FOUSEY, by far, is probably one of the worst boxers I've ever seen in my life. And I guess what went through his head is, he originally sparred with Alex Wasabi, and he got a lucky power punch in, and that went to his head like, well, I can knock people out. I can do it. I can do it. I can do it. And with that being said, it went to the point where he was banking on pure rage and power to win. He literally was like acting like the Incredible Hulk in there, just running like, trying to swing. And the other guy was just weaving, bat, and even got like a 5-hit combo. I swear I saw the number on the upper left screen like we're in a fighting game. It was just like binka. I was like, Jesus Christ, man. Dude, he's beating the living. Like, dude, it was so... And FOUSEY was bleeding. His mouth was bleeding. His nose was bleeding.
God damn.
Like, he didn't even put his hands up, man. My whole time, like I said, when I dropped that reaction, I'm like... And I'm sure someone's going to leave a comment like, my favorite part's when you said, put your hands up, because I literally said it like,
put your hands up in the air.
It's like, bro, come on, man. Aren't you like, actually, I would say FouseyTube's probably Arabic, right? Either way, man, you should know. You're from America.
That's the one.
Put your hands up. When the cops
come. That's the one. To put it.
That's the way you like
it. Oh my God.
I'm just saying, you should know better by now, man. You're from America. You know how to put your hands up, right? Don't shoot. Hands up. Don't shoot, right? Point is that this bro, when his fighting stance is like this with the boxing, like this.
Like this?
Look at my hands, like this, with the gloves on.
Direct hit to the face. Yeah,
the whole time, and the dude's just boom, right in the face, boom, right in the face, boom. He, even after like the first connected, his instincts weren't even to do this. He just sat there again and just like I'm telling you,
He was trying to body it. You're like, go ahead. I can take
he was literally trying to pull a Homer Simpson. You remember that Simpsons episode where Homer actually tried to be a boxer? Remember he just stood there and they were going boop boop and they get gassed out. Then he goes ugh, and he'd win the match.
That's what he thought was gonna happen.
I think in the end, Mike Tyson fought him and not one-shotted Homer. He couldn't handle that punch, but it was something of that sort. I was just like, dude, like you could have won if you just or they had a chance. I said, if you were to put your arms up, like I have no idea, like, and you could tell at the end of the round, his coach is. He
was embarrassed for him, I bet.
He was telling him, like, you could just see the way he was scolding, he's screaming at him. And then once Fousey got back in the ring, just what the fuck you said? Wait, what am I? Woo! Just threw the shit out the way. You know, that was the coach right there. The cell phone was the coach. Just fucking woo! Put back in there. Woo! It was like, oh my god. It was like I don't want to like jinx it, but Fousey's already dealing with depression already. And taking a serious ass whooping and embarrassment like that, it would not surprise me if he ends up back in the hospital or worse. And I don't want to jinx it. I'm just saying,
knock on wood.
It's that bad where I just, oh my god, man, the poor lad. And yeah, if Jake Paul wanted to box FouseyTube, yeah, Jake Paul would have destroyed him based on the way he was fighting. It was.
I thought that was embarrassing. Yeah,
it was very embarrassing. He literally did not block a single face punch from that guy. I swear to God. It was ridiculous.
I'm sure
the commentators, everybody, put your hand. The commentary, what are you doing? What, like, you got the strategy? Like, they were just dogging him. I was like,
did this guy just like go in not knowing what the fuck to do? Like, did you even study boxing? Like, go to Wikipedia, do a little bit of research on how to put up a stance. Swarm, outbox, swarm, slugger, do whatever you gotta do.
Just, oh my god.
Like 5 minutes, like even 10 minutes of research, or if you have a full couple of weeks or whatever, research, learn a few techniques. That's what YouTube is for. They teach you guys kind of shit what you can do. Practice with your father, practice with your dog, do whatever you gotta do to get your shape. Don't just go like this and expect to body every fucking jab to the face. In a way.
Oh my god, it was.
Go ahead. In a way, he kind of deserved that embarrassment. I don't think he deserved to get fucked up, but dude,
he got fucked up.
You didn't try. Like you kind of deserve to be embarrassed. Like I could have done better, and my fat ass has done martial arts before. I know what the fuck you got to do. Put up a stance, block your face, block your stomach, and you don't even have to go in for the knockout punch. Just keep jabbing, and they're gonna fall. That's all you got to do.
At least you want to work them out. Yeah.
Tires, gas.
The third or fourth rounds, maybe step up your like super duper like energy, like knock them out status. But Jesus Christ, he just
if he's gonna keep attacking you, just keep blocking, just keep bodying it with your hands up. Once you see that moment of hesitation, he gasses out, pop him right there, and that's it. I've never boxed before, and I know that. Like, come on.
It was. I don't know.
That poor schmuck. I feel
if you guys get a chance, you guys got to watch it. You watch my reaction. I chopped it up really like crazy just to show you. It was just so.
I need to take a. I gotta watch it
first
after
in its
this.
entirety, though. Watch it first in its entirety, so you guys can see it. Because when I'm commentating, you don't see everything. You know what I mean? It could. Some of my commentary in theory, could be taken out of context. But that's the whole point. That's why you guys watch the original, right? So
yeah,
exactly.
it would make sense.
Watch the original first. But but Jesus Christ, the way you just described it, it's pure hilarity. I was just laughing my ass off. I'm like, really?
It was.
I wouldn't be surprised if it was scripted.
Probably one of the worst. Yeah, it was like, but the fact that he was bleeding like that so hard, one of the worst. Like, he had juice though to take those punches. But to be fair, the guy he was fighting's arms were pretty tiny. But of course, if you're getting stung every bop, 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 it's gonna add up,
Like I said, jabs, jabs add up. It's like a video game. You keep jabbing, that health meter is gonna get bigger and bigger. It don't need to be that one full power knockout punch. Just keep jabbing, and they're gonna fall eventually. It doesn't matter how.
It was like Mike Tyson's punch out, Little Mac versus like.
Yeah, exactly.
Piston Hurricane or that big dude with the big ass arms, and like you look at the arm difference, and I was like, whoa, I'm like Fousey's pretty like built, and this guy's scrawny. but the dude just juked him all day. And FouseyTube was. I even did an instant replay of one of his punches. It was so bad. He did like the cocked wind back, like the side. I repeated it like 5 times. I'm like, oof, oof.
Damn you, StreamYard! Stop!
That was my reaction. I saw. It reminded me literally like because he literally cocked back like this. Like remember like Mike Tyson's punch out. Like when the guy gets ready to punch, they have like the obvious. And he goes turn, and then you dodge. You go ew. You know what I'm talking about? He did that. He was like, it was just so bad. And I saw you can see that shit from like space, man. The aliens and fucking watching us because you know the other side of that moon is fucking not hollow or some shit, right? They were watching from there. They were watching that shit. They saw that coming from a moon away. Whatever. I died. I'm sorry, man. It was bad. It was oh my God.
I hope someone memes it. I hope they like put in actual like fucking fighter bars, like health bars and shit, and actually meme that shit like an actual video game. Yeah, like that. Yeah, like recreate that shit. Like recreate that shit from Little Black. Yeah,
sounds to it.
Yeah, exactly. If I had the tech, I'd do that right now.
It was oh my God.
Oh,
I don't want to be mean to the man. I didn't take any sides. I don't really know Fousey other than his fake pranks. So, you know, and Slim I've never heard of either. So, yeah, it was bad. So I'm sorry. Anybody else got anything else to talk about that? So
no, that was fucking golden. I never laughed at her in a while.
So yeah, quick thing here though from Gamer Geo. He challenged a lot of people. FaZe Sensei would knock him out. I would, yeah. If FaZe took on Jake, I would think that'd be dope. If you ask me, FaZe Sensei probably would take Logan, KSI, Deji, and Jake. Like he would take them all. Like to me, if I had to put my money on all of them.
At once,
no,
like
no,
I'm
not
about
at
to
once.
say,
Well,
I'm like, is he that baller?
At once, I would say, yeah. If a real fight, FaZe Sensei's got like AOE awareness. You know what I mean? Like he wouldn't let himself get surrounded. And he'd go for, and he's pure MMA. Logan and what's his nuts though are wrestlers. So if they did grapple him, then yeah, they probably would swarm him and then jump him, and he'd probably get his ass kicked. But to be fair, like in a boxing though, 1v1, my money would go on FaZe every time. That's just my opinion. Like he lives, breathes, and dies by like fighting. That's just his jam, you know. He don't fucking party. He don't do any of that shit. Like he watches everything he eats. You know what I mean? He's just that like. He's like the last samurai fighter. He's an OCD fighter. That's the way I say it. Literally.
He's like almost like the last samurai. He takes that shit seriously, meditates, focus on technique. Yeah, there's no way. If someone who's that focused and that disciplined, it's going to be almost difficult to win. Even if you have some degree of martial arts experience, compared to his, like he will just see one little fucking movement of the toe and knock your ass out before you even got a chance to know what happened. So, in that sense, I'd agree with you on that. Yeah.
I wouldn't even fuck with FaZe. I'll put it that way. I'm not afraid of Logan, or I'm not afraid of Jake. Logan, I'm intimidated by. I'm not intimidated by KSI. But FaZe, I wouldn't even be like, fuck that. Like, if I had a chance to, like, get in shape and box, yeah, the only one I'm afraid of is FaZe.
Even if they were like,
Logan, I'm intimidated by. I know it sounds weird because they drew, but I'm more intimidated by Logan than KSI. I can't explain it. It's just, maybe it's because I saw all the crazy, but they drew. So we got to see what happens in the rematch. A lot of people are saying KSI is going to win. We're going to see. I heard KSI has gotten a lot better. And if he does, oh, yeah, I want to see him bring the pain. I really want to see him win, but we're just going to have to see.
All I'm going to say is that, oh, shit, what was I going to say? Yeah, I was going to say, at first, like, KSI, like, maybe he's kind of he's a very loud talker. So it kind of be like, okay, this guy talks a lot. He's probably going to be a bitch in the ring. I'm not saying that for sure. Don't get mad, KSI people. I'm not saying that, as a definite. But I'm saying as someone who's cocky. I say as someone who's like cocky, and then cocky, but you know what I mean though. But it's just like I'm not gonna count him out. I'm sure he's a badass. If he's gotten as good as you say he is, then this is gonna be a bloodbath. Like this is gonna be one hell of a fight. So
he tied with Logan, so that does say a lot. He can compete.
It does say a lot, absolutely.
But the only reason why he won is because Logan got gassed out. That was it, and that's on Logan. Like Logan obviously didn't take his training as serious. That's what I came to conclusion. Yeah, like for Logan's first time boxing, he was a better boxer, but he just got tired, and that was it. And a lot of people, you know what I'm talking about. It's like, I've watched that fight at least 3-4 times now, and the only reason Logan lost is because he got tired. That was it. And the pros said it. I'm not just like making this up because I'm biased. It's like I watched it. I've listened to pros, and even the pros now said that Logan's gonna win. Like I said again, I don't know who's going to win, but you know, if I'm a betting person, I would throw it on Logan. Sure. Like I actually got a bet right now with Course and Drax. I told him, like, yeah, I'm like, fine, we'll bet $100, and why not? I don't care, because he loves KSI so much. Okay, fine, I'll take Logan then. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't really care who wins. I'm just like, fuck it, we'll do it, just for, because I'm like, all right, okay, we'll see what happens. That's it.
I mean, if someone offered me like, yo, we'll literally give you $50,000 in fucking cash in order for you to fight somebody, even if you took a beating, I'm like, no, okay. I'm like, if I'm gonna win that money, it's gonna pay for my fucking medical bills, and then what am I gonna be left over? Nothing. I'm probably like maybe like a couple $100 in my pocket, but that's just gonna pay for my. They're pretty much offering you free medical, like pretty much a free medical bill to get your ass beat. So it's like it's not even worth the money. You know what I mean? That's gonna pay for the hospital because I got fucked up so bad. Unless I was good enough there, I could take very little damage, but I still got hurt enough that I have to go to the hospital. They probably take a little bit of that money, but I'll still get some left over. But like, it's not worth it. No pain is worth that money. So you told me to fight either. I'm like, no, no, fuck you. I'd rather win it from the fucking lottery. But that's just I digress at this point.
Your better bet is just to bet on who you think's gonna win. Then
yeah, exactly. I might as well just do that.
You make more money doing no work except just analyzing the two.
Exactly. I'd rather do that. At least it's not getting me involved. But yeah.
So, yeah, Gamer here mentioned 10-ounce gloves now instead of 12, and no headgear. So they believe someone is going to get knocked out. Maybe. We'll see. I mean,
10-ounce gloves and no headgear? Or that's guaranteed someone's going to get knocked out. There's no tie at all.
Yeah. That just because, I mean, when Logan is fully energized, he's faster than KSI. So if KSI worked on his speed and got it up now, KSI is probably going to bring the pain. It sounds like KSI can punch harder, but he was just slower. But like I said, once Logan got tired, if Logan gets tired again, he's done. He ain't gonna win. So we're gonna see if Logan actually is going to get his cardio back up. We'll see.
It's all about conserving energy and try to keep your distance. It's not just about brute force. It's kind of like
what type of boxer you are, but yeah,
that's true.
Outer is keeping your distance, so yeah.
Yeah, a swarmer is like weaving left and right, but a slugger is just going all out. It's a rock paper scissors type of thing. But every boxer is different. Sometimes that strategy might not always work. Sometimes a slugger can beat the shit out of an outboxer. It's possible, but just fundamentally, outboxers tend to do well against, people that just go on brute force. So you're going to have to mix it up. Try to conserve your energy. Try to keep your distance and then, take the opportunity to take the hit. Or if the defense is all the way down, just go at him. It's all about, switch on the fly. Be a slugger. Be a swarmer.
KSI has to go in. That's what he discovered. He needs to go against KS because Logan's taller, so he has to get in there.
So it has to be like a slugger. He just do the slugger strategy.
Yeah, he has to swarm him.
Okay, that makes sense.
A swarmer is the one that goes in fucking crazy. A slugger is more of just a heavy hitter.
Yeah, swarmers like this.
Yeah, they'll just go up in there. Well, outers do that too. They duck.
Yeah, I was just like something like this.
Like Muhammad Ali. Yeah, he dodged like hell, and he was an outer. But what he did is he would switch it from outer to swarming depending on when the enemy gets tired. And what's his name? The guy that just fought Conor McGregor, the black dude. What the hell is his name? God, I can never remember his name. It's not Holyfield. That's obvious. Not the one who lost his ear. Mayweather. He was clearly an outer, but once the enemy got tired, then he just switched to swarmer tactics and just went in there and just ducked up. He'd let the guy tired. And then, of course, the person's tired. Like, they throw a punch, and he would just be like, and start beating the crap out of it. You know what I mean? Like, it was just, he mastered it. Like, the dude's a genius in the boxing world,
Yeah, exactly. It's no different from martial arts. You got to keep your eye on your opponent. You got to visualize any little thing your opponent's going to do. You see one footwork. You got to see his strategy. You got to adapt on the fly, and that's what you kind of got to do. Adapt your strategy. If you see he's gassing out, be a slugger. If he's aggressive, flank him, outbox him, and, try to get his energy down so that we can get an opening. You got to pay attention. You got to focus. It's all about, like, okay. And like martial arts, when I'm doing Taekwondo or some shit, If I gotta see one quick footwork, one slight adjustment of the body, I know what you're gonna hit me, and I'm gonna counter it. It's no different. People think boxing is all about just punching. No, there's technique. There's legitimate technique. There's focus. No different than a black belt martial artist. It's all about focus. You gotta pay attention, adapt your strategy quickly, and try not to gas yourself out. And that's what it is. So we're gonna see who's gonna be better at doing that, Logan or KSI. We'll just have to wait and see.
But
that's pretty much how it is.
I'm really hyped up for that, and that's coming a lot sooner than we realize.
Absolutely, definitely.
So yes, the final topic we have here now is Joker in the military, and the Warner Brothers has had enough with the press. Yes, everybody. So as you all know, the movie has been getting hyped up, and I think for good reason. I am
so excited to see the Joker movie. I am.
Right, absolutely. This is one of the hottest anticipated movies, I would say, of this year.
Of the year, yeah.
And it got so heated because the press keeps hinting towards white people, incels, are going to be inspired by Joker to do something bad. And that's kind of what the media has been pushing over and over and over. And they're saying, oh my God, this movie's going to inspire some crazy white boy to do something and blah, 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 blah. It's going to wake up all the sleeping incels to do something bad and da, 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 da. And the media, the press just kept attacking this movie over and over and over to the point now where the Warner Brothers themselves, when this movie drops, there's always a screening, right? Where only a few get to see it before everybody else does. They said no one from the media is even allowed to see the movie. They literally banned them all. And what I was thinking right away was like the coolest thing that they should do is invite the YouTubers, the real fans that are actually like open-minded and not just saying, oh, it's going to cause this,
Yeah.
That to me would be like a slap in the face. Not a slap, but like just telling these media people like, your propaganda and your clickbait is trash. Like you need to stop doing that. And so because of the press, like I said, the military was almost considering getting involved and being deployed to these movie theaters or something it was going like I said, people were going crazy over this,
like the SWAT and the National Guard and shit, that kind of extent.
Yes,
like you're not going to war, just like get the SWAT team. I'm sure they can handle some assholes in a movie theater, but the National Guard, I think that's granted. Actually, you know what? I retract that statement. The National Guard would make the most sense because, let me shut up. Continue, Nidge. I'm sorry.
Oh, no. That's pretty much kind of really most that comes down to it is that they just got so fed up that they're like, you know what? You're all not coming to this screening. Screw you. You guys are abusing, you know what I mean? Like, to me, that's good. I think the press and all these mainstream people need to be punished for their actions because they put out so many they put out fear mongering. That's what they do.
That's what I was gonna say. Fear mongering. That's what they're doing. They're trying to scare people, especially with all the fucking shootings that happened several months ago. It's like we still haven't got over that, and you're already putting this shit in our heads. Oh my God, we're gonna go see a movie, but what if some white person's gonna come shoot it up? We don't need that fear. We want to go enjoy a movie, and you're gonna keep pushing this shit on people. Like you're making people not want to watch this movie at all. You're making people just like not want to go to the movie theater. I'd rather it's always gonna be like I'd rather just give it this shit released to DVD. It's like, so I agree with you. The media, they take this shit too far. They don't understand, you're not helping people. You're scaring the shit out of them. That's not helping us. We want to enjoy our lives. We don't want to live in fear. Yeah. But I'm sorry, Ned. I just have to mention that. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I thought that was beautiful that was coming out of your mouth. So
it is, but yeah, it's just we haven't got over that shit. There were literally 2 mass shootings, less than 24 hours several months ago.
Come on.
We still haven't got over that, but come on, why is the media putting this, possibility in our heads? When I saw the trailer, I never once thought that any people could take some type of motivation for this to do a crime. I literally didn't. It's just a guy in a fucking clown costume, with a backstory. That's it. What can people get out of this to create a crime?
Yeah,
I gotta find some way to fucking put it in. Yeah. What happened?
Oh yeah, they just want to sell paper. Sorry, no, I'm picking up my phone finally. I'm listening to you. I'm using my feet. I'm like, damn, I threw that phone pretty far.
But that's just pretty much it. They always have to find a way to make people afraid of what's going on. They're just trying to make a quick buck. They also don't give a fuck about people and how they feel. If it's good news, if it's good money, that's what it is. It's like I think I think they're the most corrupted people on this planet, in my opinion. The media itself.
Yeah.
That's my opinion, and that's pretty much what it comes down to, in my opinion. But yeah.
What about you, Johnny?
I'm gonna say one of my favorite Jokers, the best voice compared to all. I have to say Mark will always be the best Joker because I like his laugh, and he's been in pricing role Joker for over 20 years.
Are you talking about like the previous Joker,
You're
like
talking
from
about
the
the
like,
original
the 80s Joker?
way back in the day, aren't you?
Yeah,
the
like
80s one?
like no, the 90s one. Yeah. But the rest of the Jokers, I never heard a light action Joker except the 60 ones. But I need to catch up with one of the Batman movies. But I just say it's okay, but no one can replace a Mark, because Mark is the best Joker.
And a lot of people feel about that Heath Ledger, you know, like
the one from the Dark Knight Joker.
Yeah.
Is that who it is?
Oh yeah, including the Arkham games, like it's still Mark as a Joker.
I thought that Joker in that movie was very just 100% psychopath. Like he was just like a psychopath with a clown makeup, but like he didn't have any of that fancy shit that the Joker has. You know what I mean? I thought it was just a guy in a clown costume, like just being a straight up serial killer. Like
he was very smart because he planned. Like
he was, yeah, that's true.
Like psychopaths,
that's why Joker is my favorite villain of all time, Batman.
No, he's great. It's just I just felt like like he could be a little more witty and kind of funny, kind of how the Joker kind of is, but still be a crazy son of a bitch. I mean, he's crazy like a serial killer, but he's still like he can still make. I mean, he's smart enough to fucking trick Batman multiple times of all people for fucking decades. So he's not.
He's even tricked whatever his name is, Mixel Piscolot.
Mr. Pisco, what?
You know what I'm talking about? The little imp from the fourth dimension that always fights Superman. You know what I'm talking about, right, Johnny?
Mongol?
No, Mixel Pixelot, whatever.
I don't know about that.
I never heard that.
I need to start watching live action Batman movies. Then I'll know if I like the voices or not.
Just don't watch Batman and Robin. Don't watch that shit.
Well, I respect that. It's been so long. I actually like it because it has Arnold Schwarzenegger as Freeze.
That movie is garbage. Jesus Christ, that whole movie was garbage. No one knew how to act. The fucking George Clooney was okay as Bruce, but not as Batman. The puns were fucking cringy as hell. That movie was just garbage.
Even those 90s movies that.
Yeah, Batman and Robin.
The car. It's like it was just cheesy. They turned it into like a Hollywood trash. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, to be fair, I think that's how Nightwing would be kind of acting. I feel like that's what he would say. I'm not gonna lie. So, I mean, literally the best part about that whole movie was when Alfred was almost dying and he had that speech with Bruce. That is literally the best part of the movie where it was actually serious. Like, okay, this is actually depressing. But even that didn't save the movie. But I digress. That's going to
those 90s Batman movie to me were just pure cringe.
Except the one with the penguin. That was actually really good.
Batman Returns, I think it was.
That was probably my favorite one. The way the fucking penguin died was so depressing.
No, the penguins carried him and threw him in the sewers.
Yeah, that was. He was born in the sewer and he died. Yeah.
They carried him off. Like, get your fat and then he's floating away. It was sad though. Like I think the penguin is what clutched the movie. Yeah,
Danny DeVito killed it.
Yeah,
Danny DeVito killed it as the
Danny
penguin.
DeVito. Jesus, you're right.
That was him.
Yeah, I would say he's the one that clutched the movie. Like
he was the MVP of that movie. He killed it as the penguin. Like if they brought him, if he reprised his role as the penguin, I would not be upset. I mean, he's an old ass man right now, but I can't see anyone be a penguin other than him. I would have to be convinced of someone else who could play the penguin as good as Danny did.
And also, I like the Riddler, Jim Carrey.
That was the best. Yes,
he's just like twirling the cane around and.
That was the best. I love that. Yeah. Like that actually made me smile when I watched it. I was like, you know what? Like, cause I already knew the Riddler. I'm like, Jim Carrey, the Riddler. I gotta see this, and I was floored. I was sold. I'm like, you know what? Yes. Like, if they reprise his role, if they ever bring him back as the Riddler, I'd be like, I would buy tickets right the fuck now because he stole the movie with that. I love that his performance.
I wonder how he's gonna do with Sonic as Dr. Robotnik, because Dr. Robotnik, if he acts like the Riddler in this one, then it's like that's Dr. Robotnik's not that witty and talkative, you know.
And
like,
he's fat as what, and he's not skinny either. Like, why is he not fat? You know, that's
like Photoshop or whatever you call it, like a big round egg. You need to put on, you know, like when you for Halloween, you can wear those fat mobster suits, where they just got like you put the shirt on, but it's just like inside is a big hula hoop, like so it makes you look round.
Yeah,
like, yeah, he's gonna have to wear something like that, you know, from the waist up, you know, to kind of sell me. That's just my opinion. But yeah, everybody, I think it sounds like we're all definitely going to see that movie, and I think it's time to wrap it up, Mister. Right there, mix a pick. I pasted it, but that right there, that guy.
MXYZ picks. MXYZ picks. I just
it's
that's
like
just
mix a pick. Look, the dick. I don't know. The point is though that guy is he's like a Toonster character, and he's like fifth dimensional or something. And Joker even tricked him, and I think even ended up stealing his powers. He outsmarted him, and that's when shit really went down. When Joker actually had powers, and he pretty much like took out